How to let go and attract everything you desire. Louise Hay, The Secret of Letting Go, The Paradox of Manifestation. Have you ever noticed that the things you chase the most seem to slip further away? You desperately want something, a job, love, financial abundance, but the more you cling to it, the more distant it becomes. It feels as if the universe is playing a cruel game, teasing you with what you desire, only to keep it just out of reach. But what if I told you that the very act of clinging is what pushes your desires away? In Buddhism, there is a profound teaching. Attachment is the root of suffering. This wisdom, echoed by great spiritual thinkers like Louise Hay, tells us that to truly attract what we desire, we must first learn the art of letting go. This isn't about giving up on your dreams. Instead, it's about releasing the energetic grip that creates resistance and allowing the natural flow of the universe to bring what is meant for you. The illusion of control. Why clinging creates resistance. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But if you keep your palm open, the sand remains effortlessly in your hand. This is the paradox of manifestation. When you desperately want something, a relationship, success, happiness, you unknowingly send a signal of lack and scarcity to the universe. You're telling yourself, I don't have this. I need it to feel complete. And what does the universe respond with? More situations that reinforce that lack. Science even supports this idea. Studies in positive psychology show that obsessive attachment to outcomes increases anxiety, lowers creativity, and reduces problem-solving abilities. In contrast, when we shift into a state of flow and detachment, we become more receptive to solutions and synchronicities. The Buddha called this non-attachment, anicca, the understanding that everything is impermanent and that true peace comes from embracing life as it unfolds. Louise Hay expanded on this idea, emphasizing that self-love and trust in the universe are the foundations of attracting abundance. She taught that the more we feel at ease with ourselves, the more we align with the natural current of life. Why letting go is the fastest way to attract. Let's take a real-life example. Have you ever looked for something, a lost key, your phone, only to realize that the harder you search, the more elusive it becomes? Then the moment you stop searching, you suddenly find it in the most obvious place. This is exactly how energy works. The more pressure you place on something happening, the more you block its natural flow. The key to manifestation is not just wanting, it's allowing. This is why Buddhist monks practice mindfulness and detachment. They understand that peace comes from being fully present, without clinging to desires or fearing loss. Louise Hay taught a similar principle through affirmations and trust-based manifestation techniques. She encouraged people to replace desperate thoughts like, I need this now, with, I trust that everything I desire is already on its way to me. The first step, releasing the fear of lack. Before we dive deeper into specific techniques to let go and attract effortlessly, you must first understand one fundamental truth. You are already whole. The illusion that something external, money, success, or relationship, will complete you is what keeps you in a state of longing. Ancient Buddhist teachings, along with modern self-help philosophies, emphasize that what you seek is already within you. When you embody this truth, the external world begins to shift in your favor. So ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Too tightly? Is it the fear of failure? The belief that you are not enough? The idea that happiness exists somewhere in the future instead of right now? Because once you let go of the need, the energy around you shifts. You create space for what is truly meant to enter. What comes next? The path to effortless attraction. Now that you understand why letting go is essential, how do you actually do it? In the next section, we will explore powerful Buddhist-inspired techniques combined with Louise Hay's affirmation methods to help you release attachment, shift your energy, and become a magnet for abundance. How to rewire your subconscious mind for effortless manifestation. The role of gratitude in shifting from scarcity to abundance, a step-by-step guide to detaching while still holding a vision for your dreams. Are you ready to unlock the secret? Stay tuned for the next part. There is a powerful force that influences everything we do, yet most people are completely unaware of it. This force is not external. It is not luck, fate, or destiny. It is something far more subtle, yet infinitely more powerful: your energy. Think about the last time you wanted something so badly that it consumed your thoughts. Maybe it was a relationship, a job, a new opportunity. You thought about it constantly, visualized it, obsessed over every little detail, and yet, somehow, it still didn't happen. Or worse, it seemed to move further away. This is not a coincidence. It is a law of nature. When you focus on something with fear, desperation, or anxiety, you are not actually attracting it, you are repelling it. Your mind might be saying, "I want this," but your energy is screaming, "I don't have this." The universe does not respond to your words. It responds to your vibration. Modern psychology has a name for this: the scarcity mindset. Coined in a 2013 study by Harvard economist Sendhil Mullainathan and Princeton psychologist Eldar Shafir, the scarcity principle explains that when people focus too much on what they lack, their cognitive function decreases, leading to poorer decision-making. In other words, when you are obsessed with something you don't have, you block yourself from seeing opportunities that could bring it to you. Buddhist philosophy understood this concept thousands of years ago. The law of non-attachment, central to Buddhist teachings, explains that desire itself is not the problem. It is the clinging to desire that creates suffering. The Buddha taught that when you hold on to something too tightly, you create resistance, and that resistance blocks the natural flow of energy. Louise, a pioneer in self-healing and positive thinking, echoed these same teachings in her work. She believed that true abundance comes from trusting that what is meant for you will come at the right time. Her affirmation, "I trust the process of life. I am always in the right place at the right time," embodies this philosophy. So why is it so difficult to let go? Why do we instinctively cling to what we want, even when we know it's not working? The answer lies in human biology. Neuroscientists have discovered that our brains are wired for control. The prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain responsible for planning and decision-making, is constantly searching for patterns and certainty. When we desire something, our brain instinctively tries to grasp onto it, believing that if we think about it enough, we can force it to happen. But reality doesn't work that way. The key to attracting what you want is not to force it, but to align your energy with it. And the only way to do that is through emotional detachment. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that people who practiced detachment-based visualization, where they imagined their desires with a sense of peace and openness, were significantly more likely to achieve their goals than those who visualized with urgency and pressure. This is because desperation lowers your vibration. It creates tension in your body, anxiety in your mind, and emotional stress that pushes what you want further away. On the other hand, when you release attachment and shift into trust, your body relaxes, your mind opens, and your energy becomes a magnet for what you desire. But detachment does not mean apathy. It does not mean you stop caring about your goals. It means you stop needing them to feel whole. Think of a time when something amazing happened in your life unexpectedly: a relationship, an opportunity, a financial breakthrough. Chances are it came at a moment when you were not trying to force it. Maybe you were focused on something else, enjoying your life, and suddenly the perfect thing appeared. That is the power of letting go. Buddhist monks practice this every day through meditation and mindfulness. They focus on the present moment, releasing attachment to outcomes. And what happens? They radiate peace, clarity, and abundance. Louise taught a practical way to integrate this principle into daily life. Affirmations combined with gratitude. When you replace thoughts of scarcity with thoughts of appreciation, your energy shifts instantly. For example, instead of saying, "I need more money," you say, "I am grateful for all the wealth that flows into my life." Instead of saying, "I want love," you say, "I am surrounded by love in all forms." These small shifts may seem insignificant, but they are incredibly powerful. A study conducted by UCLA's Mindfulness Research Center found that practicing gratitude daily rewires the brain, increasing dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals responsible for happiness and motivation. This is not magic, it is science. So how do you apply this in your life? How do you stop resisting and start allowing? It begins with awareness. Pay attention to how you feel when you think about your desires. If you feel stressed, anxious, or desperate, that is a sign you are in a state of resistance. Shift your focus. Breathe. Relax. Remind yourself that what is meant for you will find its way to you. Next, practice intentional detachment. Try this simple exercise. Write down your biggest desire on a piece of paper. Close your eyes and visualize yourself already having it, but instead of clinging to it, imagine holding it gently, like a butterfly resting in your hand. Take a deep breath and mentally say, "I trust that this or something better is on its way to me." Release the thought and go about your day. This exercise does not mean you stop taking action. It means you take action from a place of trust, not fear. Because here's the truth. What is truly meant for you cannot miss you. When you shift from grasping to allowing, from fear to faith, from scarcity to gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of the universe. And when that happens, things start to show up in ways you never imagined. In the next part, we will explore how to train your subconscious mind to release limiting beliefs, reprogram your thoughts, and fully step into the energy of receiving. Because once you master the art of letting go, you don't just attract what you want, you become a magnet for everything that is already meant for you. Everything in the universe operates through energy and vibration. This is not just a spiritual belief, it is a fact supported by quantum physics. Scientists have discovered that everything, from the smallest atom to the vastness of galaxies, is in constant motion, emitting frequencies that interact with everything around them. But what does this have to do with manifestation and attraction? The answer lies in a fundamental principle that both Buddhist philosophy and modern psychology agree on. Your inner state determines what you attract into your life. If you constantly dwell in feelings of lack, anxiety, or fear, you are vibrating at a frequency that aligns with more experiences of scarcity. On the other hand, when you cultivate gratitude, trust, and emotional abundance, you shift your energy to a state that naturally attracts better opportunities, relationships, and outcomes. Louise Hay, a pioneer in self-healing and affirmations, emphasized that changing your thoughts and emotions is the first step toward changing your external reality. In Buddhism, this principle is mirrored in the teachings of right thought and right mindfulness, where cultivating positive mental states leads to greater harmony in life. So how can you consciously shift your vibration and become a magnet for what you desire? It all begins with understanding and mastering the three core pillars of attraction: belief, emotion, and action. 1. The power of belief. Rewriting your mental patterns. Your subconscious mind controls up to 95% of your daily actions and thoughts. This means that even if you consciously say, "I want success," if your subconscious mind holds deep-seated beliefs like "I am not worthy" or "success is difficult," those hidden beliefs will override your conscious desires. This concept is well documented in neuroscience and psychology. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a cellular biologist, has demonstrated that our subconscious programming, mostly formed in childhood, directly influences our ability to attract and manifest our desires. Buddhism teaches something similar. The mind is like a garden. If we plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, those will grow. But if we plant seeds of confidence, abundance, and trust, our external world will reflect that. To reprogram your subconscious mind, start with these steps. Identify limiting beliefs. Pay attention to automatic thoughts about money, love, or success. Do you immediately assume things will go wrong? Do you believe you must struggle to deserve good things? Challenge those beliefs. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it absolutely true? Often, our limiting beliefs are inherited from society or childhood experiences. Replace with empowering beliefs. Use affirmations and visualizations to rewire your mental patterns. Louise Hay suggested repeating, "I am deserving of all the good life has to offer." Practice mindfulness. Observe your thoughts without attaching emotion to them. This is a key practice in Buddhist meditation, where recognizing thoughts as fleeting and non-permanent helps dissolve negative mental patterns. By consciously shaping your internal beliefs, you align your mind with the vibration of what you desire, making manifestation effortless and natural. 2. The emotional frequency. Feeling before receiving. Emotion is the fuel behind every thought. It is not enough to simply say, "I want happiness" or "I am wealthy." You must feel it before it arrives. This is where most people struggle. They think, "How can I feel wealthy when my bank account is empty?" Or "How can I feel loved when I am alone?" The answer is emotional conditioning. Science has shown that the brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. Athletes use this technique in mental training, visualizing themselves winning before stepping onto the field. A study conducted at Harvard Medical School in 1995 found that mentally rehearsing an action can strengthen neural pathways as much as physically practicing it. Buddhism teaches a similar approach through loving-kindness meditation, metta bhavana, where practitioners generate feelings of compassion and gratitude, rewiring their emotional state. To harness this, follow these steps. Visualize with emotion. Close your eyes and imagine your goal as if it has already happened. Feel the joy, the peace, the gratitude. Use sensory details. Imagine how it feels, smells, sounds, and looks. The more vivid, the stronger the emotional impact. Practice daily gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you lack, shift your energy by acknowledging what you already have. This raises your vibrational frequency. Detach from time frames. When? You expect results immediately. You create stress which lowers your energy. Trust that the universe operates in perfect timing. By training your mind to generate the emotions of success, love, or abundance in advance, you become an energetic match for those experiences, drawing them into your reality. The role of inspired action. Aligning with universal flow. Many misunderstand the concept of manifestation, thinking it means wishing for something and waiting for it to happen. But true manifestation combines inner alignment with outer action. Buddhism speaks of right effort, taking conscious, purposeful actions that align with one's intentions. Similarly, Louise taught that action should come from a place of joy and trust, not desperation or fear. Here's how to take inspired action effectively. Follow intuitive nudges. The universe often speaks through subtle signs, gut feelings, or synchronicities. Pay attention. Act from alignment, not urgency. If an action feels forced or desperate, pause. Wait until it feels natural and inspired. Release attachment to results. Take action, but do not obsess over immediate outcomes. Trust the process. Celebrate small wins. Recognizing even small progress reinforces positive energy, keeping you aligned with your goals. A study from Stanford University in 2017 found that people who take small, consistent steps toward their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them than those who rely on bursts of motivation. This aligns with the Buddhist principle of Kaizen, or continuous self-improvement through steady, mindful effort. When you combine belief, emotional alignment, and inspired action, you shift from chasing your desires to attracting them effortlessly. Instead of worrying about when or how something will happen, you trust that it is already in motion. Instead of feeling desperate, you radiate confidence. Instead of seeking validation externally, you cultivate fulfillment within. This is how the most successful people, both spiritually and materially, live. In the next section, we will explore advanced techniques for dissolving resistance, breaking subconscious blocks, and maintaining a high vibrational state daily. Because once you master the energy of attraction, the universe will naturally reflect that abundance back to you. There is a profound yet often misunderstood principle in both Buddhist philosophy and modern self-development: the power of surrender. Many people associate surrender with giving up, but in reality, it is one of the most powerful tools for creating a life of abundance and peace. When we try to control everything, forcing outcomes, obsessing over details, and resisting change, we create tension and resistance. This resistance blocks the natural flow of opportunities, relationships, and success. But when we embrace surrender, we step into a state of trust. We allow life to unfold in ways we may not have predicted, but that ultimately serve our highest good. This concept is central to Taoist and Buddhist teachings, particularly the idea of Wu Wei, which translates to effortless action, or going with the flow. It teaches that when we align with the natural rhythm of life, instead of fighting against it, we achieve greater results with less struggle. Louise Hay reinforced this belief in her work, stating that when we release control and trust that life is always working in our favor, we open the door for unexpected blessings. The key is to let go of resistance and embrace the present moment with acceptance and faith. Understanding resistance. The invisible blocker. Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, something just isn't working? Maybe you've put in endless effort, visualized your goal and taken action, yet success seems to remain just out of reach. This is often due to resistance, a mental and emotional state where we unconsciously push away what we desire. Resistance comes in many forms: doubt and fear. What if I fail? What if it never happens? Obsessive control, trying to dictate exactly how and when something must unfold. Emotional attachment, feeling incomplete without the desired outcome. Neuroscientific research has shown that when we operate from a place of stress or fear, our brain shifts into survival mode, activating the amygdala. This reduces our ability to think clearly, make effective decisions, and recognize new opportunities. Buddhist teachings describe this as clinging, a form of suffering caused by attachment to outcomes. When we insist that things must happen in a specific way, we create inner turmoil. But when we release that attachment, we find peace. To reduce resistance, try these steps. Shift your focus from lack to abundance. Instead of obsessing over what is missing, appreciate what is already present. Relax your grip. Understand that good things often come in unexpected ways. Breathe and let go. When stress arises, practice mindful breathing to bring yourself back to the present. Trusting the process. The role of faith in manifestation, surrender, is not about passivity. It is about trusting that the universe knows what it is doing. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that in time it will bloom. Similarly, manifestation works best when we take action and then trust the timing of life. A study published in the Journal of Psychological Science in 2018 found that people who practice delayed gratification and trust in long-term results are significantly more successful in achieving their goals than those who demand immediate outcomes. This principle is also reflected in Buddhist patience, the idea that everything unfolds at the right time. Instead of rushing, we allow events to take shape naturally, knowing that our role is to be prepared and open, to cultivate this mindset. Practice. Radical acceptance. Embrace life as it is without resistance. Develop patience. Trust that what is meant for you will come when the time is right. Let go of the how. Stop trying to micromanage every detail and allow space for surprises. Embracing detachment, freeing yourself from outcomes. Of the biggest challenges in manifestation is detaching from the outcome. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing something to happen in a specific way to feel happy. Buddhism calls this non-attachment, upekkha, the practice of finding balance regardless of external circumstances. This mindset leads to inner peace and resilience, making it easier to attract what you truly desire. A famous Zen proverb states, "Let go or be dragged." When we cling to expectations, we create suffering, but when we let go of attachment, we allow life to flow freely. Louise Hay suggested using affirmations to reinforce detachment. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. I am open to receiving what is best for me. Incorporating these affirmations into your daily routine can help you cultivate a sense of calm confidence, allowing you to move forward without stress or desperation. Final thought, the power of releasing control. When you surrender, trust the process, and detach from rigid expectations, you align yourself with the universal flow of abundance. You no longer block what is meant for you. Instead, you become an open vessel for limitless possibilities. The more you practice letting go, the more you will notice life unfolding with ease. In the next section, we will explore advanced techniques to maintain a high vibrational state, recognize universal signs, and deepen your ability to attract effortlessly. Because once you master the art of surrender, life will start delivering in ways beyond your imagination. There is a moment in every journey when the greatest realization emerges. You were never meant to control everything, only to align yourself with the flow of life. For so long we have been taught that success, love, and happiness must be chased, fought for, and earned through struggle. But what if the opposite is true? What if the real secret to attracting everything you desire is not in the pursuit, but in the art of allowing? Think about it. Some of the best things in your life likely happened when you weren't obsessing over them. Opportunities, relationships, and experiences often arise when you are simply present, trusting that life is unfolding exactly as it should. The Buddhist principle of non-attachment reminds us that suffering arises not from desire itself, but from clinging to an outcome. When we detach from expectations and embrace the present, we create the perfect space for the universe to work its magic. Louise often said, "Life loves you, trust the process." And that's exactly what this journey has been about. Not forcing, not fearing, but trusting. You have the power to shape your reality, but that power does not come from anxiety or control. It comes from faith, gratitude, and surrender. When you embody this mindset, you naturally attract the people, opportunities, and experiences that are meant for you. So ask yourself, am I living in trust or am I living in resistance? If you find yourself constantly worrying, overthinking, or feeling desperate for change, take a step back. Breathe. Remind yourself that the universe is always listening, always responding, and always guiding you toward what is truly meant for you. Manifestation is not about controlling every detail. It's about becoming a match for the energy of what you desire. Let go, align, trust, and watch as life begins to unfold in ways more beautiful than you could have ever planned.